morning, Judy.
Is it morning again?
It is. Now, you, my dear girl, you look pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for what time you went to bed last night.
3:30. I gotta do something about this. So I need to find a coach to teach me how to go to bed at night. Anyway,
Girlfriend,
uh,
going to bed at night. I mean, I'm trying to teach my children the importance of if you know what time you want to get up in the morning, then you just kind of count backwards. You don't start things at 10 o'clock at night.
no, I know. And this has really only been a major problem since my husband passed. And I think part of it is that I avoid the thought of going to bed because he's not there. I miss him.
Yeah.
But I think I'm starting to feel awful enough that I think it's over. This last night, 3 hours of sleep, no, 2.5, not very good, not very good.
Well, you look good for 2.5 hours of sleep, so you
I'll have
rock.
to have clothespins on my eyelids here in a few times if I keep doing this.
I sense a nap in your future.
Yeah, I think so. I think today I'm going to have to give into it. Either that or go to bed at 8 o'clock tonight.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That wouldn't hurt
Nothing
either.
wrong at all. Okay, so girl, today's word is love.
I think that word is really overused, and I also think it's underused. I know
the nuances.
I know so many people who say, my father never told me he loved me. And I think about my own father. I think he told me that several times a day. And it does give you a feeling of acceptance and comfort and all. And I can remember when I got to be a teenager and I started dating, which I didn't do a lot of because I was a real wallflower. But when somebody finally reached a point where they looked at you and said, I love you, whoa, that was a big event. And if it happened too early, it was very suspicious. I always felt like it was done with the motive at that point.
We know what the motive was. Yeah.
We know about that motive, right?
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't one to give in to motives easily at all or never. So I think the word love, people say, well, I love everybody. Yeah, I can see that. But I think we love everybody a little differently. There are levels of love, levels of like. One word I don't feel comfortable using is the opposite of love, which is hate. That word just, I can't find it in my heart to say that there's anything that I 100% hate. Maybe raw oysters, but I have to give them a chance.
That's where my mind went to. I was thinking broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I dislike regular, just plain old raisins. But do I hate them? That's a strong word.
Well, you better tell me quick because I put those in my wild rice salad.
I love raisins in foods. I love raisins in oatmeal. I love raisins in stuffing. I love warm raisins I like raisins in Dad's favorite dessert.
Bread pudding.
Bread pudding, yes. But I don't like raisins out of the box.
No.
Ugh. So
I don't even like craisins out of the box. But anyway, I think the word love is a good word to explore because I'm sure it brings up different thoughts for each and every one of us. So
let's stop there.
Should we write about it?
We got a good start. Ready,
okay.
Judy?
I think we're ready.
Okay. And
got my pen.
Okay.
You've got a big smile on your face. Let's hear what you wrote.
What you said really, really got it going for me. I thought to myself about levels of love. And I thought, we were talking earlier about being able to communicate effectively. And I thought, if you have something hard that you need to discuss, to share it with love can be demonstrated, as you said, by sitting down with that person, being knee to knee and holding hands as you're talking about that thing. And I think that's such a valuable strategy for communicating because it demonstrates love.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
That's how it
then,
hit me too.
yeah. And then I thought, and the opposite of that is also true. Don't we so often just flippantly say, yeah, love you, as we walk out the door on our way to the grocery store? And
Mhm.
does that deteriorate the expression of love in our lives to just be flippant about it? If you say those words, should you at least pause and get eye contact with the person who you're saying that to?
I don't know the answer. I'm guilty, you
Mhm.
know. You
Because I
end a
thought,
phone call by saying, "Love you, babe," whatever.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
We
Because then the last thing I wrote about was, does it, okay, I said, does it even matter that the words were said if you just do it flippantly? Does it do damage to say the words without any feeling behind them? Isn't it that same way that like that creepy boyfriend who said he loved you when he was just hoping to get into your pants? It's like,
Mhm.
I think there are all kinds of nuances that go along with the depth of
I
love
agree.
and
I
how we
think
express it.
overuse can create a suspicion about the motive.
Mhm.
Underuse is often misinterpreted as coming
A
from
lack of
someone who's
feeling.
withholding a very important acknowledgement.
Mhm, mhm.
And these kids that are damaged for life because a parent never
Said it.
expressed their love.
Mhm,
Um, eh, then you have words like love your neighbor or everyone deserves to be loved. And those have a more all-encompassing feeling. The phrase love one another. If we treat everyone with we meet with love, the goal to eliminate violence and hatred in the world creates a space for all of us to have a better life.
how do we do that? What does that look like?
Well, if you treat everyone with love, I think my impression is that it's a mindset.
Mhm.
You're looking at that person and saying, I choose to look for the good in that person.
Are you telling the person that you love them? Are you using the word?
Not everyone, no, but that's a good question. I think, you hear it on the Coca-Cola commercials and everything else. Love everyone, love thy neighbor, love makes the world go round. Love has all kinds of different connotations and meanings, you
And
know,
depths, I
and
think. Mhm.
depth. Yeah, I think love is a word that starts at the surface and it goes down to the core. It can
Mm.
come from the
Mhm.
heart and be so true. It can come, for example, when you leave your husband in the morning and you say, "Love you, honey,"
Mhm.
and say this is just really bizarre, but say that you had an auto accident.
Mhm.
Would you remember that the last words you heard from your husband were, "Love you, honey"? Or
Mm.
the opposite, would you say, "Oh, I didn't tell him I loved him when he left," I mean, it's kinda used all different ways, isn't it? And
It
it can have
is.
all different consequences, but I agree that whatever it's used, it should be used with just that moment of pause. I think it has to be
And I think the moment of
delivered.
pause makes all the difference.
I think so too. And what's going on in my mind is I'm trying to think of, okay, if I didn't say, I mean, we even do it when we close our podcast or,
Mhm.
things like that. Love you, Lisa. And you say, love you, Judy. And why do we do that?
Mhm.
Because I
Mhm.
think we mean it.
Mhm.
Um, I feel it's meant.
Mhm.
But we could also say, have a great day, Lisa. I mean, or we could say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Something
I
to chew
wonder.
on, huh?
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if I use it too often.
Hmm.
Like I usually when I acknowledge something on Facebook, I hit the heart instead of the like. And I think, is this
Yeah.
really supposed to be love or should I be saying wow or.
Right.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness,
Well,
my
I
little brain
think
is spinning.
we could have gone on this for quite a while. This is a pretty deep one.
It is.
Okay. So
So
tomorrow's is listen.
listen,
That's going to be
David.
another good one.
That's
I think
another
that's something
great
else that has a
one.
number of different depths.
Well, I hope everybody had fun with the word love. I know we enjoyed it, and yeah, give it some thought. It's a good one to chew on.
Okay. Love you, Judy.
Love you, Lisa. Bye.
Bye-bye.